So
Yeah.
just how did you find yourself to get in? What got you into trading? How do you find yourself here at Edison? Just a little snapshot of your
I was a chemist at university. I left university in the early 1990s and I went to work in the city, and I worked for Cazenove Co, and I worked a little bit in their oils department, a little bit in their pharmaceuticals department, and then I went into mining in 1995 and I enjoyed that, so that's where I stayed. I was in Johannesburg for 3 years. I came out of that and I worked variously for what was then T Hoare Canaccord, again mining specialist, also in the industry for Cluff mining. I spent 3 years in New York between 2003 and 2007, and I came back to join Edison in 2007. So as head of their mining team, and that's where I've been ever since.
And why did you want to get into the trading side of it rather than just being a chemist, as it were?
I suppose the interest is how share prices relate to the fundamentals, and chemistry is part of that. I always say there are three major parts of mining, major technical parts. There's geology, there's engineering, there's chemistry, and there's finance. Probably nobody understands all four of those things, but if I understood two of them, then that seemed like a fairly good place to start. So what I say as a chemist, and obviously that encompasses metallurgy, is that I know how to get metal out of rocks. So which is 1/3 of the sort of important, the three technical important sort of disciplines you need in mining.
Good. Okay. And just talk about a working day for yourself then. What's the sort of standard procedure here at Edison?
Gosh, I don't think there is a standard procedure. It depends. Obviously, we're all connected with our phones to the internet now, so the first thing I do is I'll check for announcements, the 7 o'clock drop, whatever companies have said, and then it will be a series of meetings. Either there'll be analyst meetings, so you'll be going to hear what a company has to say, or there'll be business development meetings where we're meeting companies to see how we can work with them. And then in the background, of course, you're always writing research. There's always another note to be written. There's always another financial model to be developed and another valuation for a company to do. So it's difficult to say there's any particular, that there's a modus operandi, but those are the sorts of things we do during the day, not necessarily in that order.
And how much of the macroeconomic fundamental are you using in your research, or is that not your division?
The key relationship between macroeconomic research and metals and minerals is, of course, what long-term metals and minerals prices are you using? And we do have an economist. Like most economists, of course, he doesn't focus on metals and minerals. He is more macro than that, and geopolitical and sort of focused, if you like, I suppose, towards the currencies and what's happening in the various domestic economies. But we have to translate that into a metals and minerals price. Sometimes we have to translate inflation or put inflation into unit cost projections going forward. So that's there's a relationship between the two, but it's neither that our economic side does one specifically and we do the other, nor is it the other way around. It's us both trying to meet halfway.